Hi guys, good afternoon. I'm going to pop on and off every now and again and talk about the Convergence or Sovereign series, how we're going to build out the foundations for that. So again, it's consciousness studies and biofield navigation in the biodigital world, connecting with the self deeper, building mind, brain, heart, nervous system, free will coherence through consciousness studies and biofield navigation. So basically what we're going to do the first session, we are going to teach you how to organize your mind, teach you how to build out a daily plan, stick to the daily plan, and how we're going to maneuver through the plan. So we're ultimately building sensory, spatial, temporal perception. But before we do that, we have to build sensory awareness. And we do that by connecting with the inner critic and dialogue to sort of, I guess, harness power over the ego, take control of the dialogue. Because the reality is 90% of your consciousness is unconscious. And without knowing what's happening in the unconscious, we can't really maneuver through this process. So that's what we're doing. We're consciousness bridging. We are merging the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind through the process of relearning how to think, perceive, intend, sense, probe, process, discern, store, categorize, transmute, transfigure, and transmit information as data through an energy exchange formula, which is basically information plus knowledge, which is process understanding minus polarity. Polarity meaning dissonance, entropy. Um, and then that equation brings us to mind, brain, heart, nervous system, free will, coherence. So we have models for everything to help with processing. But again, we're connecting to the inner critic, inner dialogue, because the reality is you picked up your mother's resonant field in the wound. You're not acting from your sovereign space because the lower mind is trapped in polarity inside fear programs. So what is that? That's guilt, fear, shame, anger, resentment, frustration, humiliation, jealousy, contempt, sadness, and grief. So many of you are in the targeting program and you are already under sensory overload. So this is sort of necessary, organizing the mind. We also have to become aware of our unconscious responses, repression, suppression, disassociation, depersonalization, rumination, to work through polarity and trauma. Because the mind craves going offline. Again, 90% of your consciousness is unconscious. So we have to bring everything up. And we have methods for all of that. So again, this is about operationalizing consciousness, building out a plan that you can stick to every day to track and trace your behaviors, perceptions, intentions, and motivations. The reason we want to do that is because that's basically how you're being tracked and traced and cataloged. So this is the counter protocol to that. So you have to know where you're cataloged. What are your triggers? What are your traumas? Where are you? Where are all the lost, broken, stolen, rejected, and forgotten aspects of self? Because those are what keeps us inside of these biodigital programs. Because again, we are interfacing with pervasive fields. So if this sounds like something that would be helpful to you, please join us for the series. It starts in about 3 weeks, but I'm going to come on here and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we're going to build through. So for example, Poli-Si works from the ontological baseline horizon line of truth, transparency, coherence, and authenticity. So we basically anchor into that structure, and then we build out models to keep you in alignment with that, so you're building coherence as you build up nervous system capacity. So another baseline is We don't work from the premise of not having solutions to problems. Problems and solutions are synonymous. You cannot have a problem without a solution. We work from the baseline of we are experiencing solutions as problems in a time delay. But when we relearn how to think, we start putting it up to time, space, gravity, vibrational mechanics, and predictive models of thought. We start seeing how the mind is trapped in fear. So we're going to face our fears. We're going to pull up our unconscious responses so we understand how it is possible for a system to tag, trace, track, modulate, um, modulate you through entrainment. So again, I hope you join us, and thank you very much.